It's what I suppose you remember people around you saying, and I just remember at some point that second half, someone, a Limerick supporter or whatever behind me, just saying now they were going through the gears. And you're just like, is that thing is like, Limerick never had gears. It was like there was almost one extreme or the other. They'd come out, they'd shock someone, and it'd be thinking there'd be no correspondence to what would happen next or what happened before. And now it's just there's just a plan in place that gets executed again and again and again, and you'd be very hard pushed to say that this time next year don't be 5 in a row. It's hard to argue that they're not. I mean, as kind of trivial as such things are, like as good a teams we've ever seen.
Yeah. A lot of the early part of the year, Mick, was people, quote unquote. No, actually, no, I'm not. I have to go even further. The start of the year was John Kiley outraged that people were showering them with love and they can't be stopped because they were brilliant in the
There was comments
league final.
like they wouldn't get within 10 points of them,
and their squad
really
was
made
better
them
now.
angry.
Yeah, their squad was better than ever. Jackie Tyrrell was effusive about after the league final win. Kiley came out and was like, I know what game everyone's playing. It's a disgrace. And we're not. How dare they be so nice to us? I know they're trying to soften us up.
Yeah.
And then during the Munster Championship, they weren't as brilliant. And one of their players came out after they won the Munster final.
Donovan, yeah.
And he said, everybody was writing us off.
Yeah.
I don't know how they felt by the end of the year. But either way, they won. And that's just the way things are now.
Yeah. And it was a good year to get there because it was good that they struggled. It was good that we kind of saw them as somewhat fallible, that it wasn't just like last year they muddled through the league and they were fine in the Munster Championship, but you kind of knew by All-Ireland time that they were fine. You know what I mean? It was like Clare had this thing where they challenged them, but other than that, well, Clare beat them in the Gaelic rounds this year in Munster Championship, and then nobody like Limerick getting to the Munster final was actually a weird confluence of events. They shouldn't have done it.
Right.
Tipperary lost to Waterford.
Tipperary really abandoned ship after a good start. Didn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it just fell apart completely. So it was like you thought that it was going to be a Tip Clare Munster final. The way things worked out, but it was Limerick got there and then won this epic final where it's just like a story on its own that day that we won't get into now. But for me, the final was I don't know if they were at their heights this year as they did, but I don't think they've ever reached heights that they did in the second half of the final.